Many commodities may come and go, but the human body is the human body. We will always have a need for skilled physiotherapists. Dr. Marilyn Grant, Chartered Physiotherapy Centre, Sports Injuries and Musculoskeletal Centre. I was always very interested in the science subjects, and particularly when we came to studying biology, I was absolutely fascinated when it came to learning how the human body worked. So I found out as much about the profession as I could. I visited hospitals and watched other physiotherapists working, and I said, yes, this is what I want to do. My uncle had an awful accident, and he was a young man. He was going to be a paraplegic for the rest of his life. And he was lying on a mat, and the physiotherapist was working with him. And I remember being absolutely fascinated by what the physiotherapist was doing to help my uncle rehabilitate. He rejoined life again and got back to work, and I always remember that interaction and the work that the physiotherapist was doing with him that afternoon. I think that left a very long and impressive memory. The opportunity to have my own practice is something I've really valued about a career in physiotherapy. It allows you to focus on areas that really interest you and probably to play to your strengths. As an Olympic sports physiotherapist, you are very much part of a team. The Barcelona '92 Olympics was my first Olympics. I will never forget the night of the opening ceremony. I was so proud to walk out behind the Irish flag. Being my first Olympics, I was assigned the boxing team, and they were a wonderful group of athletes. We had a silver medal from Wayne McCullough, and we had the gold medal from Michael Carruth. Michael unfortunately sustained a hand injury very early on, and it was my job as a physiotherapist to keep this hand going because there were many more punches to be delivered. I remember strapping his hand that morning. I knew so much really was depending on getting everything right on that day, and while my part was only one part of it, I still had to get my part right. As you know, it's history. The gold was Michael's. I was very honoured and privileged to be appointed as the International Olympic Committee's Medical Commission physiotherapist to the Games Group. There was something very unique about London 2012. It was the fantastic venues. It was the spirit of the Games itself, the spirit of the athletes, and most importantly, the spirit of the volunteers. I was absolutely delighted and proud to see so many Irish physiotherapists and even graduates from this university here in UCD participate as volunteer physiotherapists. Irish physiotherapists are now recognised on a global stage. In order to gain recognition as a sports physiotherapist, there's no other way around it other than to gain the experience. You do this by working with athletes and working with teams. Because once you get the foundations right in any profession, you can then advance and grow your skills from there. I'm very proud to say that I graduated from UCD. I'm very proud of the education I received here. It's always very interesting when I'm introduced to a new colleague, and one of the first questions I'm very often asked is, and where did you study your physiotherapy? And the minute I say UCD, there is this connection.